Hey Raghunath, tell everyone about our Patreon community.
Sure, Kastuba. The Wisdom of the Sages Patreon community is an incredible online yoga resource. If you like the type of yoga wisdom and culture we share on the show, then our Patreon community is a great next step. This is a listener-supported podcast, and any level of sponsorship will unlock a wide range of live and archived classes, talks, and even workshops.
Raghunath teaches, I teach, and we have a host of other excellent teachers on topics ranging from yoga philosophy, asana classes, storytelling, Ayurveda, kirtan, cooking, meditation, and a lot more.
We even have an incredible online Bhakti 12-step recovery group.
So if you want to check it out, go to patreon.com/wisdom of the sages.
All right, let's get it on.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from Super Soul Farm, this is Wisdom of the Sages, a daily yoga podcast with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator at the Bhakti Center in New York, Kastuba Das. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome home. Me? How come you didn't put a welcome back song on?
Oh, yeah, you're welcome back.
Sorry.
I guess people don't hear that when they listen to the podcast, right?
Yeah, they don't know about our.
Okay, if you come to the show live on Zoom every morning, which millions of people come, but compared to the thousands that listen, we get between like 50 and 100 plus people. And then we have a morning song we play. And when one of us has been away for long or the show's been off for a while, we play the Welcome Back Cotter theme song. And so you didn't play it today, and I'm hurt.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I flew from I was traveling all day long. I just want the people to know of the universe. Because when we miss a show, some people may think, oh, these guys are so lazy. They call it a daily yoga podcast. But I want you guys to know, I traveled all day I did a whole program I left doing a program, and then I just traveled all day till 1 a.m, woke up, did this program. I'm here for you people. I'm here. Let go of any resentment. I love you all. How about that?
I just resent your saying that. I had no resentment before. But once you started saying that, a little resentment started brewing up in me.
I did this. I tell you, the London Yatra at the Manor has all these incredible young men and women, like they're in their early 20s,
Yeah.
and teens. That Pandavasena,
yeah.
It's amazing. Mostly Indian, maybe mostly Gujarati, and
They got great food.
incredible food, and they're just nice people.
Good
I'm just not used to nice people who just have so much love and respect for Bhakti, for their parents. It's just like a nice incarnation of human. And so Premaraj and his family took care of me and hosted me when I was there, and just so sweet. We had to do this big program at 11 o'clock, and I apologize. You know who came? Ella and Talia.
Oh, that's great.
Who are from Israel, and they're living at the Manor right now.
They've come to our retreats in Italy before.
Yeah, and India too.
And India. That's right, Ella, yeah.
And that lady, Dominique, too, who came. I met her in India.
What was that name you said?
Premaraj, good name, huh?
King of Love. The Love King.
The Love King.
That's pretty good.
He is good. So that was really nice. And yeah, so it's good to be back. We did this nice filming for Vani, and yeah, now I'm back, and I'm just a little chill.
Good.
And
Good to have you back.
Excited, and it's warm out, and all the flowers are in bloom. And I got some good news. It was not confirmed, but it's officially confirmed that Jiva G Life Coaching and Bhakti Recovery Mistress, she is going to be with us live at the Wisdom of the Sages retreat in Italy. So if you're
Okay.
interested in that, that retreat is really shaping up into something wonderful with lots of cool people.
Satyananda
That's
Maharaj is going to drop in on that
Sachinanda
too.
Maharaj and Bhadanadini and their crew is going to come for the last part of it. I'm just looking forward to that. So that's at Villa Vrindavan.
It's coming
It's like
up.
a villa. It's like a beautiful villa. People
It's
go.
sneaking up.
Normal people do this. Normal people who say, "Let's go on a to a villa in Italy." And it's like
Tuscany.
a bucket list for a lot of people. In Tuscany, even Tuscany is like a bucket list place. Well, now you get the best of both worlds. We turn your sense gratification into Krishna consciousness.
All
You
right.
get the Tuscany villa. You get to be in Italy. You get to go to all the
Get the
beautiful
pasta.
places.
You get some
the
pizza.
pasta. You get the pizza. You get the and we sneak a little kirtan in there.
I
So
thought you
you
were going to
can
say
just tell
Kir.
Oh,
A little
we
Kir.
can just tell. You can just tell your loved one, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to a Tuscany retreat. What do you think?" Sort of a yoga retreat, and you might have some naive partner that could be like, "Oh, yoga
Tuscany.
retreat in Tuscany. I could do that. I could get behind that." Wait a second. These guys are a bunch of Hare Krishnas.
All right.
Yes,
That'll be
they
great.
are.
So what are the dates on that, and where do you go to find out about it, Rogan?
You go to wisdomofthesages.com/events. The dates are
June 11th through 18th.
June 11th through 18th.
Sneaking right up. It's just over a month away now.
Yeah, we got
So
a
you
lot
gotta
of
get
cool.
busy on that if you want to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And- all right.
Let's
that is
move forward. Let's keep
Moving forward, Wisdom of Sages retreat, and that is also coming up.
Does Mira
at
have
Super
any
Soul
other
Farm.
announcements?
Mary, you got other announcements?
I do. We have back to recovery group meetings at 1, 2, and 9 p.m. Eastern time. We also have in-person meetings in Mayapur, Alachua, Nashville, and New York City. To find out more, you can go to
In-person.
Bhakti Yoga, BhaktiRecoveryGroup.com.
Okay.
And then our show will be at 7 a.m. tomorrow through Friday.
Excellent. We got a nugget today, Raghunath.
Yeah, what's going on with the nugget today?
It's
You
a
know,
little different
usually
format.
every day we have some like little thoughtful, concise piece of information from sort of Western literature oftentimes, and we pull it out and you can find how it goes hand in hand with some Eastern thought. And all I saw was that you sent me a TikTok video. I was like, what is going on with this?
You didn't watch it though, huh?
I did not. I don't have the
What?
TikTok app, and therefore I couldn't see it.
That's what you need. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw it originally on Instagram,
Did you?
but then I couldn't locate it there, and then I Googled it, and then I found it on TikTok.
Okay, you're searching for TikTok videos now on Google. Okay, go on.
But well, I thought you would really appreciate this, Raghunath.
Okay, tell me.
But it ties in to a really important counterintuitive spiritual theme. That
Counterintuitive spiritual themes. Tell me.
yeah, that Prahlad is when we get back into Bhagavatam today. Little Prahlad, little 5-year-old Mahajan, great soul, great teacher of bhakti. He's going to speak about this idea. And when he says it, it really, if you can hear it and take it in, it can be life-changing. But he's saying that as soon as we try, that the world is designed in a particular way. There are laws in effect here. We may be unaware of them, but if we look, we'll see it all over the place. And he's saying that as soon as you start your material endeavor to find happiness through material external things,
Yeah.
the moment you begin that, the moment it starts backfiring and it brings you suffering. You know?
Yeah, the
It's
biggest cause of distress is our endeavors for happiness.
Yeah. He's saying that a wise person doesn't think like that. A wise person has just a whole different paradigm or a different idea about life and what it's meant for and how to pursue it. Now, what I wanted to bring to your attention today with the TikTok, I think you're going to like this, Raghunath, because I see you post things like this on your own. You're into that. You're into all that stuff. Like, hey, remember this from 1972? Like, we don't see these anymore. Like, you're totally into that stuff. Right?
I like nostalgia. I like
Yes, okay. So this one is all about that. But here's the thing, and it was posted by someone that's called 80s so 80s Denise, but it's spelled DEENNICE.
Should we all start following this person now?
Well,
Why
I'm
you-
just giving credit where credit's due.
Okay.
Okay, 80s Denise. And what she posted, she said what it's called is Reasons Growing Up Gen X Made Us Patient.
Okay.
Okay.
She's going to be like, I can't understand why I have a whole bunch of Hare Krishna followers all of a sudden.
And so but when I saw this, in my mind, I connected to that principle that Prahlad was teaching, because it's showing all these outdated things, that new things have been invented. We don't have to wait around for things like we used to before. We would think that that would make us happier, right? Oh, I don't have to wait and rewind a tape to listen to it again, right? When you and I were growing up, we would listen to tapes. And when the tape would come to an end, you'd have to hit rewind and you'd have to wait there for a while until the thing was rewound again. Nowadays, you just got it on your phone and you click, 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 and you bounce around.
Cassettes, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Then they came up with the 8-track. Boom, boom,
Okay.
boom, boom.
You see, I told you, get excited about
Just
this.
gotta bump it. And like it throws you anywhere in the song. Like,
so, but here's my point, right?
Yeah.
Try to let's remember the point here and not get too caught up in the nostalgia. All right. But the nostalgia is making a point, is that the idea was, oh, now life's going to be better. We're going to be happier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a subtle effect there. And these begin to pile up where our minds become more impatient. And when our minds are impatient, we can't find happiness. We actually become disturbed very easily.
Sure. I want it here. I want it now.
Why isn't it here? Why isn't it now? Yeah. And so did it make us happier, or as soon as we started endeavoring for material happiness, did it actually become the cause of our suffering? So let's go through them together. I'm going to play the video myself. It's kind of a static, it's photos with captions on top. So I'll just go through them. You ready? So reasons why growing up Gen X
I'm going to like this
patient.
video. Okay.
I think you'd like it.
Maybe when you're done, you post it on the board for all the TikTok users.
Okay. So the first one, it shows a picture of a Rubik's Cube. And it says, we spent hours trying to solve this.
Right? I never did, but go on.
Okay. So some did. Then it showed a cassette. And it said we had to rewind these to listen to our favorite song again.
Yeah.
I had to sit
and
there.
And then they got to a point where like it would stop it right where the break in the music was. That was good.
I don't remember that.
You don't? I think that happened.
I don't think that ever happened.
You'd rewind it and you just like, hopefully you hit it. It was almost like playing like a slot machine. We're like, please stop right at the beginning of the song. Okay, go on.
And what brand of tape do you think they have there?
Maxell.
TDK.
Oh, TDK. That was my cheap ones. Maxell were the ones that had the ladies singing. And they could say you could break glass with it. That was their claim to fame. She used to be able to break glass with her voice. And
Ella Fitzgerald or something like
Ella Fitzgerald. That's right. Good memory.
Okay, so then the next, Raghunath, we're going to just tone down the excitement about
this is very exciting.
Okay. Next one was, it showed the same tape, but all chewed up, and it said we had to carefully fix our eaten tapes.
Don't remind me.
You were supposed to take like alcohol and rub it on like the heads of the
man. It was
something.
like you'd be like washing the dishes, playing SSD control, and all of a sudden it's like, and you're like, no. You gotta run, and it's like sucked up your cassette.
Chewed it all up, and you gotta get a pencil and kind of roll the thing, try to flatten it out. It's never the same after that. Okay. Next one is renting a movie meant leaving the house first, and they showed like a Blockbuster store.
Be kind. Rewind.
Oh, I think they even show that.
Really?
So, but even we grew up before Blockbuster, right? If you want to see a movie, you either had to go to it or you had to wait on television and hope that it would come out, right?
Yeah.
But then Blockbuster, you'd have to go to the store and pick it up. Nowadays, it's just right there. Netflix, you just immediately
now
got it.
In my old age, I wish I could have the hours back I spent walking around a Blockbuster, just like,
okay.
And then, of course, they had the secret room in Blockbuster, the secret XXX room. That was creepy. That. Oh, the creeps went in there. Come on in.
Okay, next thing we're gonna. Then it shows MTV. It said we waited all day to watch our favorite video.
No,
it's not like you just go on YouTube and you just pick what you want. You'd have to sit there and.
Oh yeah, that's right. You'd have to wait there, like it's on, and you got to call your friends in.
Yeah, right. Call them on the phone.
And you get your VCR all geared up to record it.
Yeah. Okay. Then it said we search for numbers in a phone book. Okay. Well, I guess people Google. I don't know if it's once that much.
No, you don't
faster.
search for it. You don't. First, you got to find the phone book. Then you got this big one if you're living in New York, and you got to. And yeah, forget it. And what to speak of? If oh man, my friend's in Alabama. How do I get that phone number?
No, yeah,
Impossible.
challenging. Good point. Okay, next thing. We called the movie theater to get show times. Right now,
Looked
you
at
just
the
play it
looked
on
in the
Netflix.
newspaper. Looked at the newspaper.
Well, that's the next thing. It says or looked in the newspaper.
Yep.
I remember we used to get the apartment in New York City. What would you do?
To get an apartment, you go to the Village Voice.
And when?
Everything was in on Wednesday morning.
You go
or
Wednesday morning,
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, late
If you go
Tuesday
out
night.
Tuesday night, if you're looking for an apartment, you had to go at Tuesday night when they first start delivering the newspapers.
No, you go Tuesday night to where their own place, like where it originated,
which
right?
is right
Like,
on Lafayette Street. Or
yeah, on
Bowery.
Lafayette Street, and then you could be the first to see
The first in the first
and
newspaper.
and all you would
Mara's
get.
parents, they ran a newspaper and they got out just in time. They got out just in time.
We got to try to stay focused here, okay?
You triggered me.
You can go like it's just like there's a million possibilities for squirrels in this conversation. We got to keep it moving, okay? Okay, then looked in the newspaper. But I was also thinking in relation to this, when we would get an apartment, we would get the Village Voice, and it would just give you the smallest little information on that apartment. Nowadays, you go to like Street Easy or some website like that, and you can see all the photos of it. You can see videos of it. You can, we would have to get that little information and then go to that place and see it and set an appointment and all that stuff.
I won't watch anything until I see a trailer. The only way to see a trailer back then was you have to sit in a movie and all of a sudden some trailer comes on.
Right. Okay.
Now you can
Next thing.
Okay, go on.
And then it shows a dial telephone. It said no speed dial. Not even.
God, remember that? I had 9 in my number growing up. If you screwed up 9, you'd have to be like, "Oh God, I gotta do
Sometimes
this
you
again."
screw it up.
Little Karuna from 10 years old from Lebanon who listens to the show, you will never know the pain of having 9 in your phone number
Okay.
or 0.
Okay. The next thing says we listen to the whole song. It shows
Like
a
if there was
record.
someone breaking into the house.
Easy, Raghunath. Easy.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Couldn't
That's
dial
it.
that number fast.
Then it showed a vinyl record being played. We listened to the whole song. I assume people still listen to
Vinyl
the
records.
songs.
You know,
We
probably
listen to the whole record.
You know how many great records I've lost due to warping?
That's the thing is it's not that we listen to the whole song. You listen to the whole record. You wouldn't just bounce back and forth because it takes time to get the record out, put it on thing. You listen to the
You
whole
just
record.
let it go. As a matter of fact, you knew in order how the songs went in your mind. After one song ended, you would hear the next song coming in your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, next thing we're going to this shows like 4 rolls of film, and it says we had to wait a week to see the photos we took. It was expensive
place?
too.
Super
It was
expensive.
It was expensive,
And I
it
get
took
them
a long
back,
time.
and there's nothing on my thing. It's all black. My hand
Okay.
came out, and nothing
But,
else.
Taking a photograph was a different thing back then. You had to, it was expensive. It was time consuming. You had to do it more thoughtfully, right? Okay,
Yeah, you
next
couldn't
thing.
just rattle off thousands of selfies.
Watching a home video was a long process. It shows a camera and the whole thing.
You got
Now
to
we
set
can just
things
do it on the
up for
phone
your
real quick.
family. We stuck we stuck to slideshows.
Then it has the thing about TV Guide. We had to wait a week.
TV guide.
We had to wait a week to see the next episodes. Right? Nowadays you just binge. You get the whole downloaded at once. Oh, the new season of
Yeah.
whatever came out, and you just binge the whole thing at once.
And there was 2 seasons. There you would watch the reruns in the second half of the season. You got to wait till autumn before you get the new season.
That's right. You had to go through a whole season of reruns. Everything was manual, and it shows a window, for a car, the crank to crank up or crank down the
Oh
window.
my God. Ever be in one of those cars where you got to crank up the window? It's exhausting.
Right. Some of them were hard too. Making the perfect mixtape. Our games took deep concentration. They got that game where you fiddlesticks or whatever.
I will say, my friend, this nugget is getting me anxious and exhausted from thinking of all the stuff I used to have to do.
Okay, just
And
hang on. We're almost done.
I think
right
it's
now.
making me a little intolerant, actually.
We're almost done. Hang on.
Just hearing this.
Finding a topic for a book report took work, and it shows an encyclopedia.
You know what? How you do it now? Chat GPT. I don't know
That's
how
right.
the
Someone
education.
will write it. Your phone will write it for you.
Well, because of all the fake Raghunath books out there now,
Right.
there's like 5 fake books. All you got to do, because I'm a public personality, you just say, I want 100 pages about Ray Cappo. Yeah, write me a book about 100 pages of Ray Cappo's life.
You talk
and
about this every
adventures.
show now. You guys, you gotta, okay. You gotta, okay. Then it had the please be kind and rewind thing. We had to sit and rewind those tapes. This was our GPS, and it shows like a map, a paper map. You know, you fold out map. And then 3 words. You're gonna love this one, Ragnar. 3 words.
TGIF.
That's not even 1 word.
Okay, go on.
Dewey Decimal System.
Oh my God, that was exhausting. The
Going to a
Decimal
library, pulling out that thing, going through all the little cards in there.
Besides Sherry Yannick, who listens to the show every day, does anybody else go to the library?
Okay, so, all right, Ragnar. So my
Who would
point
go
again.
to the library anymore?
Ragnar, slow down. Let's keep this one. Okay. Our people, our kids, are they happier now than they were when we were growing up? Are we?
I think so. I think they are.
Well, then that.
No.
Okay, just stick the whole thing. You know?
No, they're more frustrated, a little lazier.
Yeah.
Less get up and go.
Yeah.
They can be very, very isolated. If you have some kid that's a little introverted, they can live their whole life in their room. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's rare when you see people who are sort of like getting into their creativity,
Running around.
Well, especially, and I'm not even blaming the parents' upbringing, and I'm not even blaming the kids. It's almost like saying, I'm going to distribute free crack and cocaine to everybody.
And
and
it's
like,
your
see
fault if you get addicted.
That's what's happening. They're addictive things.
Yeah.
And we're addicted to the time saving, and it just gets me more and more anxious. This whole I want it now is ruining our tolerance level. And from tolerance and from patience comes choices made in the mode of goodness.
You see, this was part of the Vedic approach, was that you had Brahmins in society, right?
This is why you hear about commitments. They're important. Commitments are important.
I was starting something, and then you just cut me
I thought
off.
we were having a conversation. Didn't know it was a monologue.
No, oh man, But my point was, the world that we live in right now is it's a free market, which has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. It's great for creativity, inventiveness and so on.
Sure.
But it actually has a way of, allowing the crack into society, and like there's no way to rein it in. There have to be some adults that say, you know what, this may it may seem like it's temporarily going to bring us some convenience or some temporary happiness, but in the long run, these things are piling up and they're having a negative effect. What are we going to do about it? In our society, there's nothing to do about it practically, right? There's practically nothing to do.
It's a runaway train.
You got to just desperately try to train yourselves, train your friends, train your children.
Train yourself. You don't think I'm addicted to scrolling?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Remember the days where you could just go to the bathroom? Now it's like it's I set up an office in there.
Okay. No, I had an experience just the other day where I was.
Am I the only person that brings their phone in the bathroom? I want the chat board. I want to hear this on the chat board.
We don't
Please.
need.
I want you to be honest. I'm being very vulnerable right now. I want you to be honest. If you scroll in the bathroom, thank you, Kimmy Carroll. Thank you. Of course. Okay. I got a question here. Nityananda Chandra says, my kids love going to the library. Is that the equivalent of teaching your kids how to use a loom or something? Send your kids to the library. They're also shoemakers.
Cotton gin.
They're also. He's also a cobbler.
But I had an experience the other day where I was scrolling, and it was, nowadays, like even scrolling YouTube, like, they jacked up the crack level. And now it's like there's all these short
YouTube
little
shorts.
TikTok, reels.
Believe me,
shorts.
I know well about those shorts on YouTube.
So it's like these are like just like 10, 15 seconds, and each one is stupid. Each one is making me dumber. I'm just like, I went through it, and then I said, hold it, what did I just do to myself? I'm just like injecting like stupidity straight into my bloodstream.
You know what I've done, Kostuba? You got to change your algorithms. This is your problem. I can help you.
Thank you, Ragnar.
Listen up. You got to change what you're searching for.
Are you the guy I need for help with that?
I can help you. Okay. I can help you. See, now I
saw a little Mara eye roll over there. Little bear eye roll.
Because now I'm searching all gardening stuff, all organic stuff, all natural building stuff, all survival stuff, all
Yeah.
stuff like that. And now those are in my algorithms. No more animals killing animals. I'm moving away from that. No more natural disasters. That didn't help with my anxiety. All this stuff about
Chop was
foraging. Foraging is coming up on a regular
Okay,
basis.
very good.
What can you eat that's growing in your
What
front
about
yard?
hooves, Raghunath? Hoof rot is real.
Okay,
Raghunath,
I'm going to
and I
bring you
want
back.
on that.
I'm gonna drag you back to the Bogbatum now, Kastubi. You've done great.
Okay.
That was a
But
great little walk down memory
Chapo
lane.
is using this term doom scrolling. Is that a term? Doom scrolling?
Doom scrolling. She is a kid.
What does that mean exactly? Doom scrolling.
Oh, look, yeah, Chapo's like boom, 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 boom. You can't stop. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I think I'm a doom scroller in the bathroom. I'm in that bathroom for like 40. Mara's like, are you ever going to come out of that bathroom?
I wasn't going
Are
to
you
say
doom
how long
scrolling
you
again?
spent in there, but
He's either constipated or he's doom scrolling.
all right. The official definition of doom scrolling is to spend excessive time online scrolling through news or other content that makes one feel sad, anxious, angry, etc.
Oh,
so-
man.
Well, sometimes it makes me feel happy.
That's
It's
not
still doom scrolling because in
Okay.
the long run, it
Okay.
makes you-
Good. Yes. Yeah. I get it. You know what? I don't do doomy stuff that much, except yesterday, man.
except like just a second ago. Okay.
You know what I did? I was
You
on
just
the
don't
plane.
remember how much you're
No,
doing it
listen. I
because
was
you're
on the
so into it.
plane and I watched the entire like 4-part series of Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God, this guy.
Raghunath, let's keep this.
All right.
moving.
Anyway, no, I'm going to talk about that at some point, but not now.
We're going to get to the bottom of this controversy too. Conspiracy. Okay. All right, Raghunath. So
Unbelievable.
let's get into the Bhagavatam verses now.
Okay. Hey, I just the Rich Roll thing. My Rich Roll podcast is coming out. Is that today?
Yeah.
Today.
Oh, that's
I think
big
it's
news.
Today. Everybody, when they post it on Instagram, make sure you comment on their Instagram and share it on Instagram. That's my
And
my
you can use it and put it into Chat GPT and create new interviews because Raghunath is an important
make a new
personality.
book out of it.
Okay.
Out of my no, but this is good to spread it around.
Look, it's out.
Oh, it's out. It's
It's
out.
out.
Everybody get Instagram. Oh, it's out on the podcast. So you download the podcast. You comment on his YouTube channel about it, please, and then share that on your stories.
We should
Prabhu,
just
this
all
is how
work
you
for you.
spread this is the positive side
Okay.
of social media. You
Okay.
spread the teachings of Lord Krishna. You put it right on your stories. You share it with other
I
people.
see.
Boom, 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 boom.
This is the opposite of doom scroll. This is
Yeah, this is
like
enlightenment
creation
scrolling.
scroll. right?
Creation. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Rich Roll
Mantras.
podcast. Yeah. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam madhirayat. Before reciting our Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord, Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supremest human being, and to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloki Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. By regular attendance in classes in the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotees. All this troublesome to the heart will become eradicated, and loving service to the Supreme Lord will be established as an irrevocable fact.
He's
Om
praised with
Jnana-
transcendental songs, by the way, too.
who's praised with transcendental songs. Om Jnana Tamarandasya Gyananjana Salakya Chaksurun Midatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My teachers are opening my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances at their lotus feet.
There's the doom scroll, and then there's the torchlight of knowledge.
Yeah. There's
You
the
got the choice,
darkness
the
of
name.
ignorance. That's the doom scroll.
That's the
I
doom
love
scroll.
that word, doom scroll.
I know.
Who makes up these words? Who makes up these phrases? Who came up with the word meme? Imagine if that was your claim to fame.
God,
you made up
your
the word
ability
meme.
to just just swim, dive in service and trivia is just like unmatched. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, my
ready?
friend.
Yeah, that is a good
Rocking
one.
up.
We're
Oh,
doom
man, that's a bad
scroll.
picture. I'm looking at the ritual link right now. I look like I have no neck.
Ritual podcast.
Oh, hey, Sachi.
All right, you ready, Raghunath? Let's
Yes.
get into it now.
All right.
What verse are we on?
Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a good one. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 7, Text 40. We're back.
Okay, so quick, it's been a while since we've been here, right?
Yeah.
Prahlad described bhakti to his little friends. Okay. And then he started doing what the Bhagavatam does again and again and again, Raghunath.
Tell me.
Giving us a comparison between the purest intention, which is bhakti, where the intention is just purely love, and then layers of selfishness that are mixed into the spiritual path. Aspects of the spiritual path that recognize our self-centered, slightly selfish motives, accommodates them to some degree, but gets you moving a little forward.
Sure.
Right? Whereas pure bhakti doesn't accommodate it at all. Pure bhakti is like eliminate it, get it to the pure level where you're capable of pure love. So he described the whole practice of bhakti up into the point where he just was describing someone who's just like chanting Krishna's names and tears are coming from their eyes and their voices choking up. They're dancing, oblivious to how others see them or judge them.
Yeah. Right.
And then he started comparing it to jnana, to the results of jnana. But does this deliver the results that jnana delivers of liberation? He said, oh yeah, that comes automatically. You get that. You get more than that from pure bhakti. And then, because you get love, you get the deepest thing. What about karma? Now he's going to speak about karma, how karma falls short, how all the things of this world, and then he's going to get into our endeavors for the things in this world, how they all fall short, so far short of the experience of pure bhakti, of pure love. So we're going to hear about that now. And what is it, text 39 or 40?
Text 40.
Text 40. Okay.
It is learned from Vedic literature that by performing great sacrifices, one may elevate himself to the heavenly planets.
Okay, that's what we're saying about the earlier teachings that accommodate your selfishness, accommodate your material desires, right?
That statement alone is so fascinating.
Heavenly planets, aliens.
Heavenly planets. Yeah.
Are there aliens there?
Well, of course, if there's beings there, they're just aliens. You know what I mean?
To us, we're aliens
to us. We're the aliens. Right. However, although life on the heavenly planets is hundreds of thousands of times more comfortable than life on Earth, isn't that amazing to think? Like, think about the best pleasure you've had in the material world, like in your life. The best pleasure. I'm not going to. I won't get into details, but think of the most refined pleasure you've had.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Double it. Double it.
It's hundreds and thousands of times. Imagine just the ecstasy your body must be in, like, everything.
But your body can handle
better.
It.
Well, imagine if you just ate like lettuce. I mean, think about what explorers were sent out by kings and queens. They're sent to find spices and herbs and different fruit trees.
Come back with a new spice. It's like, whoa.
This is incredible. Cardamom.
You put the salt on the things, everything tastes better.
That's what salt was a thing. We need salt. We can't get salt where we live. Everything tastes better. So we're always trying to upgrade our sense gratification, but they're talking about other planes of existence where sense gratification is so high. I wonder if you just get used to it.
Okay, let's not get too into that. Let's keep going with the verse.
Okay, but it's an interesting point, huh?
Yeah.
However, although life on heavenly planets is hundreds and thousands of times more comfortable than life on Earth, the heavenly planets are not pure, nirmalam, or free from the taint of material existence.
That's
no.
Right.
The heavenly planets are also temporary. Wah, wah. And therefore, they are not the goal of life.
You know, these kids, their parents, these high-level demons are saying, yeah, we can conquer planets. We can achieve higher level, you know.
Sure.
Saying, no.
It's just like if you're born wealthy, if your kids go to Ivy League schools, you know, if your kids
higher
get
ambitions.
like expensive cars when they graduate or something, when they turn 16, does that guarantee them actual pleasure?
No. They can be just as miserable, even more so.
Maybe more miserable. I knew the richest kids that went to my school,
They're
Correct. Not all of them. Not all of them.
they're all
But some of them just
doom-scrolling right
had
now.
more expensive drugs. The plebeians of the graduating class were all drinking beer out of a keg, but these guys had cocaine. Like, you really think you're actually helping everybody with money, shoving money
Okay.
in their pockets?
Okay.
Okay. The heavenly planets are also temporary, and therefore they are not the goal of life.
Yeah.
The supreme personality of Godhead, however, has never been seen or heard to possess inebriety.
Mhm.
Consequently, for your own benefit and self-realization, you must worship the Lord with great devotion, as described in the revealed scriptures.
Okay. So he's trying to weaken their any faith they have that their happiness will be found through material gain. Even if you gain the highest level material gain in the higher planets in the universe, it's not satisfying. Now, in the commentary, Prabhupada does a big zoom out. One of those
Okay,
big
tell
zoom
me.
outs.
Tell me.
He goes, it's a zoom out in terms of time. Let's examine. If I just look at my life right here at the surface level, it might seem like these things will make me happier.
Sure.
But what if we zoomed out and saw time in terms of errors that people, that humanity passes through?
Mm-hmm.
He says the history of this world has factually proved that attempts to increase economic development for bodily comfort through the advancement of material civilization have done nothing to remedy the inevitability. Thank you.
Just gotta say it quick.
Yeah,
Say it
inevitability.
quick. Inevitability.
To remedy, they've done nothing to remedy the inevitability of birth, death, old age, and disease. What are they in Sanskrit, Mara?
Ooh.
Hot scene.
Birth, death, old age, and disease.
You know
What's
them, Mara?
birth? You know that one?
Uh,
Like Krishna's appearance?
Janma.
Yep.
Death?
Mm.
I don't know. Rock
Trying to give you a hint.
growl isn't helping.
Mrityu.
Janma,
Like this
Mrityu.
old age, like I can't. Jara.
Jara. And disease.
Disease.
There's a Bhagavad Gita verse. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. Right, yeah. Okay.
Learn,
Now Mara will never
learn
forget
it,
that again.
Mara. Learn that
You
one.
got it, Mara. Now you got it. Okay.
It's been hard
So
to stump Mara all these years, but we got her. We got her back.
well, he started.
We got to
going
raise the
Sanskrit.
bar
It's
for Mara.
tougher. Yeah, it's tougher. Okay. It's done nothing. All this attempts to advance ourselves through material advancement, they've done nothing to remedy these four difficulties of life. Everyone has knowledge of huge empires throughout history of the world: the Roman Empire, the Mughal Empire, the British Empire, and so on. But all the societies engaged in such economic development have been frustrated by the laws of nature through periodic wars, pestilence, famine, and so on. Thus, all their attempts have been flickering and temporary. In this verse, therefore, it is said, Kurvanti martyasya kiyat priyam chalaha. One may be very proud of possessing a vast empire, but such empires are impermanent. After 100 or 200 years, everything is finished. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Prahlad's going to go
I'm
on.
a little depressed now. Thank
He's
you.
going to begin to encourage us to develop an attitude of simplicity. That actually it's not through running after the satisfaction of material desires, sense gratification, that's going to bring happiness. A wiser person is going to begin to focus on developing simplicity. Okay. Text 41.
A materialistic person, thinking himself very advanced in intelligence, continually acts for economic development. But again and again, as enunciated in the Vedas, they're frustrated by material activities, either in this life or the next. Indeed, the results one obtains are inevitably the opposite of those one desires.
Right? We'll just make everything easier or make everything more convenient. That's going to make us happier. You know, again, that's like a really, we spoke about this on the show before, right? But I think the title of the show was something like, This Isn't the Oh, you weren't there. That was the one where I think you just you went out or something like that, and I had to do the show by myself. Like
Yeah.
you guys
What
got
happened?
maybe when you were in Goa or something like
What wonderful thing did I miss?
that.
It was
Well,
so
I think
much
the
better
name of the
without you,
show,
Ragu.
I think you and I did discuss it though before you got cut off. Was this wasn't the future that we wanted? Right? With this AI thing, right?
Oh my God.
We were back when we were kids. Everyone was saying, and before we were kids, like back, I think in the 50s and 60s and 70s, it was like things are going to keep on. We could see like things are being invented and developed quicker than ever, and it was like, oh, we're going to do things so we don't have to work so much, and we're going to have all this free time to pursue the things in life that we really have interest in, the arts and the fun things, and more time with the family and all that, you know. And then now we're actually in that age where you have Chat GPT and you have AI and all of this. And what's happening is AI is creating the art, right? Right.
Right. Better than
and
the artists.
well, I don't know about that, but and we're working longer hours than ever before. Like, how did that happen? Right? You know, it's like ridiculous. You know, now you know people used to leave work and that was it.
I'm
You
leaving
wouldn't
work
even,
today. I'm out today.
but
And they had time. We remember we had that whole episode on tinkering when,
no, but
when
I was
dads
making a
used to
point,
go in
right?
the.
I was trying to make a
Okay.
point. You used to leave work and that was it. That was before cell phones and before emails and before texts. Now you leave work and you're still working late into the day because people
Still
are still
working.
reaching
People
out to you.
texting you, reaching out.
Yeah,
We turn it off.
we don't have more free time. We have less free time.
I think so.
All right, now your point, Raghunath. I want to hear what it was.
No.
All right, I don't care
How
that
about
much.
that? No.
It's fine.
You've lost. That window's closed.
Okay.
41.
No, 42.
42.
Yeah.
In this material world, every materialist desires to achieve happiness and diminishes distress. Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And therefore, he acts accordingly. Actually, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. Isn't that
What?
interesting? What? You're
Huh?
happy once you knew not endeavor for it? Nope. As soon as one begins his activities for happiness, his conditions of distress begin. You know,
Ouch.
that's why when if you believe in the world of like there's 6 people running this entire planet, if you come from that,
Are
if
you?
you
Have
come,
they swung you over yet, Raghunath? Are you there?
I
I'm
could
pretty
be
close.
there. I could be there quickly. But I'm just saying, even if you believe that there are a few puppeteers controlling everything,
This is
they're
from your doom
controlling.
scrolling. You're picking all this up.
Yeah,
right?
they're controlling the Republicans and the Democrats, making you hate each other, and they're sitting up and they're stockpiling gold and they're human
Feeding us
trafficking and they're
disinformation.
shape-shifting and feeding everybody disinformation. If you believe, and they're all in it together, and they're creating false wars, and anyway, if you believe that, still, no one can be happy unless they're satvic. If you want to be happy, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much control you have.
You're saying even those 6 people.
Even that it's 6 people who have everything.
Okay.
The only way to be happy is if you're satvic. So you always have to like raise your consciousness.
Satvic means satisfied, right? It means like
Yeah,
I'm satisfied simply.
I'm satisfied simply. And you can have lots of stuff. There were great kings. There were great devotees who've had everything, but they weren't attached to it. That's the difference. And from that sattva comes happiness. It's just a study of the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And once you start thinking, I want to acquire more, you're out of sattva and you're into rajas. And then there's always distress. And to really truly be happy, you have to become Shuddha sattva. You have to be connected with divinity. If you're not connected with divinity, then even in your sattvic life, there'll be some lamentation of, I'm losing this, I'm going to lose that. I'm getting older, I'm going to lose that. I'm losing my beauty, I'm losing my hair, I'm losing my ability to walk or run or exercise or do those things I loved, ride a mountain bike down huge hills. I'm losing all that ability. That is going to also be gone. And when you're connected to God, then even the shedding of the body is almost like you're detached from it because you understand there's a butterfly growing out of that corpse. Metamorphosis.
Okay. Is that out of a corpse or a cocoon?
Well,
corpse.
Our corpse
I see.
is a
Okay.
cocoon of the butterfly.
The
my
butterfly of the
friend.
soul.
Yeah. Fly
Nice.
away.
Now, so this is great, Ragnar. And Prahlad's getting to something. He's gonna start to lay out a radical approach to how to approach life in the following verses. But just working with this one a bit more. This idea, what did he say again? That he says, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. Whoa. As soon as one begins his activities for happiness, and meaning I'm searching for external happiness, right? I'm trying to make myself happy through external things. As soon as you begin that, trying to adjust the world for that,
Right.
it's right at that very point that their conditions of distress begin. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. You know, even I think the way how Prabhupada presents our philosophies, he's saying the moment that we want that, everything changes and we enter into the material realm and we begin to suffer, right? So both like macro and micro, this principle plays out. On a more micro level, you know, there's this story that's shared sometimes within Vedantic, or let's say like, you know, kind of like within sadhu circles.
Sadhu circles, tell me.
Sadhu circles.
Sadhu
Maybe that's what we should be naming the sage groups, sadhu circles.
Sadhu circles. Or name them of a band. Hey, we're Sadhu circles from Memphis.
So sadhu circle, within sadhu circles, there's a story about this simple Brahmin, right? He's got no family. Everything is as simple as can be. His only possessions he's got his copins, right? His copins are like this loincloth thing you got, right? It's just like two little strips of cotton, right? And you wash one and you hang it up to dry and you're wearing the other ones and then you flip it the next day, right?
You wear them?
I used to.
Well, I used to too, but I'm curious if you still do.
Not. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So now he's happy, you know?
He's happy.
Just living by the edge of the river, meditating on his mantras and doing his meditations. And
We're happy in Copens.
just happy. Okay.
Happy in Copens.
But then a little problem came along. A mouse would eat away when he's got that one pair of copins drying. A little mouse would start to eat away at the copins, and I guess it became like a chronic issue.
Yeah, mice are an issue. Mice.
And I guess if there's not a lot of cotton around, like you got no looms or anything like that, that pair of copins is like you might not have another pair if it starts to chew them up.
Sure. So what does he do?
He said, "Okay, I need a plan to remedy
cat.
this."
I gotta get a cat.
Okay, now he's
And then
got a
once
cat.
you get a cat, we get where this is going. Once you get a cat, you got to get cat toys.
Hold
you
it,
gotta
it's
get
getting more complicated.
Kitty litter.
Yeah,
Right?
but also the cat needed milk.
Yep.
You got to feed that cat.
Cats like milk.
So now what you got to
get
do?
a vegan cat. Well, then you got to get a cow.
You got a cow.
Or you just go to
Now
7-Eleven
it's got
and
to
buy
get
some
into
milk.
cow care. You know, like things like hoof rot become an issue. You know, other things. So then he ended up getting a wife. You know, to milk the cow, to take care of the cow's hooves, things like this. Right? And now he has a wife. Now he's got to go out and get a job, get a house, get all these different things. It's just like if
I got married because I had a hole in my underwear.
you see how there's a
Well,
principle.
The principle is we can complicate for a little thing. We can complicate our
That's right.
lives a lot, and
Look
it can
into your life.
spiral out of control.
Oh, Karuna says that her mom and dad did a drama of that little
Oh.
sadhu circle story.
And Nityananda Chandra says Raghunath is asking Kostuba on an international podcast, what kind of underwear do you wear?
yeah, we really got to go there.
You know, sometimes I get into tunnel vision, like it's just you and me gabbing on the phone, and I forget that there's people listening.
Sometimes you forget that there's
That's
like a
why I start
spiritual
to
point
reveal
to
my
this
heart
too.
to you. If I'm thinking like, oh, no one's going to use this against me, right? No one's here except Kostuba
Yeah.
and Mara. Sorry about that.
Okay, so again, if we look into our lives, sometimes we can look into the lives of other people. It's easier to see, right? Like they're complicating their life. They wanted to get more shoes, and then they got more shoes. They had to get more of this, and they had to get more of that. And you know, it's like, and then you got like a house full of junk, and you know, now you need a bigger house, and it's like, or you know, let me buy this latest phone. Oh, but now I got to get the latest software for it, and that's changing over quicker. You know, let me buy a new camera.
Well,
now I got to get new lenses.
And they make things like that too.
Yeah,
Like this kid, whenever a new phone comes out, it's like this
Every time you hit that pitch, we don't hear anything. We don't hear
Oh,
your
really?
voice. Yeah, it's when
It
you go.
blacks out. This cam. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we get
Okay,
the point. That's
So
good.
Prahlad's
Where's-
gonna continue this theme tomorrow,
Where's the
and
bottom?
he's gonna deal with some like radical new approaches
To life.
for understanding one's body and one's life with this kind of higher principle that he's been enunciating today. Now would be the time for some takeaways.
Okay.
What do you got?
That was a fun show. No, just go. I
Well,
needed
I
that
knew I
this
got it
morning.
started in a fun way for you, Raghunath, with those nostalgic things, yeah.
nostalgic throwbacks.
As soon as you endeavor for happiness, it begins to backfire.
That's right.
Satvic choices come from tolerance and patience.
Okay.
Patience.
Patience, everyone.
This is yours, Raghu. Change your algorithms.
Change your algorithms, Kostuba.
No more doom scrolling.
Our material advancements aren't alleviating birth, death, old age, and disease.
Or material. No, they're not.
The disease is still here.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Like
we've created this penicillin.
every time they cure one disease, a new one pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whack-a-mole.
It's whack a disease.
Yeah. Okay.
All our empires are finished in a century or two.
Oh, did you
Stu
see?
is on- What's
did
up?
you see what Karuna just wrote on the chat?
No more doom squirreling.
doom squirreling.
That's pretty good, Karuna.
That was
That's
good.
It's good, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Doom squirreling.
A wise person develops simplicity.
That's
True. True.
This AI isn't the future we hoped for.
No.
We're disappointed again. Didn't work.
Wah.
You know, you got these guys like with that. What's the guy? The Facebook guy,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, just like trying to promise us that this is going to just make life. I mean, they
We're gonna
shamelessly
live in a better
pump this
universe. It'll be
garbage
so
out.
much better.
It's gonna be so much better. Yeah, right.
Oh, come on. Just clean up the environment, please. Clean
me
up
a
the
break.
oceans.
Yeah,
Want to
do
make better?
something like that.
Stop using one-time only plastic use bottles. You want to make the world a better place?
All right.
We can't sell that.
For a small thing, we can really complicate our lives.
Yeah.
For a small thing.
a little thing.
And no more doom squirreling.
No more doom squirreling.
How about what kind of underwear
Or
does
scrolling.
Kostuba wear? How about that? Ever think like there's one person who controls all the men's underwear? Like,
It's 6
because
people.
every men's underwear looks exactly the same, and they just put a different label on it. That's what
don't.
I'm thinking. I think there's one standard, and it's one
This is-
guy behind it all.
This type of thinking is
master
a
of
result of your
puppets.
doom scrolling.
Okay, you guys, remember today's the day. It's probably not uploaded yet, but go
It's
to
on Spotify.
It's on Spotify, on the Rich Roll podcast. Listen to my interview with Rich Roll, and then go to his YouTube channel, write some comments, and share it. And if there's little clips, which he'll post on his Rich Roll podcast Instagram, please share that. Please post it. And I want to thank everybody for being with us and sticking around, even though when I'm out of town, I can't do the shows. Thank you. It's good to be grounded, Kostuba. It's good to be back home.
Good. Good.
Missed everybody. Missed my daughter, Sachi. Was here.
Jai Shri Krishna bolo jai